represent I'm on the board of the Uganda AIDS Commission representing civil society. At the same time, I'm a person living with HIV/AIDS, and I represent a big constituency of people living with HIV/AIDS. We call ourselves the champions, but there are many other champions out there. And I just wanted to say today that this young man has become a champion. To me, showing the face of this pandemic and coming out and disclosing your status, you are a champion. And I'm so surprised that many years, because the Uganda AIDS Commission does not condone, totally condemns any form of stigma and discrimination against people living with HIV. And now let me talk in my other capacity as a person living with HIV, as a person who has been in this movement, as a person who myself faced stigma many years ago, that this should not be happening at this time and age. This is not the time when we are trying to end HIV/AIDS in this country by 2030. We are trying to end AIDS as a public health disaster by 2020. The president himself came out with a fast-track initiative, and he told us very clearly. He gave his five points, and to be able to go through those 5 points that were made by him, it's very clear that stigma and discrimination is a basis of almost all this disease. For us, we believe, as people who came out, that if this young man is ostracized, we are all being ostracized. It is hitting against all of us. So I want to call upon the public. I want to call upon the social media fanatics. I want to call upon all those people who are coming out. Yesterday I was watching a program, because I have to give real examples. I saw this article in Red Paper. I was dismayed. Not at this time. It was a stigmatizing article. I was watching the TV yesterday, and there was a program. It's supposed to be a celebrity program. People are supposed to be enjoying it, and the same things come out. Can we please be sensitive? Can we please know that today it's me, tomorrow someone else? These should be the words that the media should go with. Today it is me, tomorrow someone else. I sang it long time ago. It is happening even now. And right now, as we are talking, we do not know the status of everybody, all the media people. We do not know the status of all the celebrities. We do not know the status of all those people who have been hitting at this young man. Please let us leave him in peace to deal with his situation. We are there to support him. We are a big, formidable force. We are critical mass. And I just want to warn all those who are continuing stigma and discrimination against this young man that you are fighting with a strong, formidable force. Thank you.
I'll stay here. My voice is big enough, I guess. Maybe. That's true.
Our statement, press brief. Introduce yourself.
All right, good morning.
A minute.
My name is Kraish Mubiru. I work with and for the Uganda Young Positives. It's a national non-government organization that coordinates and mobilizes young people living with HIV to scale up prevention, care and support services. I am the executive director. I'm reading this statement on behalf of people living with HIV in Uganda. And we are challenging stigma and the negative HIV disclosure. We all know that the AIDS epidemic is 35 years in Uganda. Over the 3 decades, Uganda has moved from ignorance, denial, and fear to acceptance, openness, political leadership, and aggressive response, which culminated into decline in prevalence rates by early 2000. This intentionally acclaimed multi-sectoral aggressive response placed Uganda in global leadership, from which many countries around the world emulated as an example. From a community perspective, families that were directly and personally affected, who had no hope of a cure, of treatment, beat the worth of HIV and AIDS through care and love of their own. This is the core foundation upon which the AIDS Support Organization, commonly known as TASO, the largest community-based non-governmental organization in sub-Saharan Africa, was founded in 1987. Additionally, the heroic stand by the late Phile Bongole Lutaya, an acclaimed musician and celebrity who took a broad step to break the silence, openly disclosing his HIV status in the year 1989, set a remarkable global record. The late Phile taught us and the world that the greatest enemy was not HIV, but ignorance, denial, stigma, discrimination, which caused a lot of fear and isolation. This deterred people who were infected from seeking support, seeking care and services. But the late Phile courageously broke the walls of silence by using his talent and prominence as a celebrity that demystified HIV/AIDS. This he personalized in his renowned song, Alone and Frightened. As a community, we are greatly dismayed that 35 years down the road, we are retrogressing as a country that led the world. We are undermining what we have done right, accepting, caring, supporting our loved ones as communities. We should be doing better given the hope of phenomenal scientific breakthrough on prevention and treatment. This, combined with love, care, and psychosocial support, has been tested, proved to enable a person infected with HIV to live a long and meaningful, productive life. The recent experience faced by one of us who has opened up received a lot of condemnation, judgment, stigma, scorned and dehumanized, ostracized, has left us as a community of HIV and human rights activists worried. And therefore, we have these simple asks that we want to put out.
My name is Esther Kabashambo. I'm the Miss Y Plus 2019-2020, an ambassador from Uganda Network of Young People Living with HIV. We are here to emphasize the following. We are here today to demonstrate our solidarity as a big and formidable community to our colleagues and all persons whose rights are violated as a result of stigma and discrimination. We are here to hold the public, media and presenters accountable as stakeholders in our national response to HIV. We wish to sound a strong call to all of us as a community and to remind ourselves that Uganda has invested enormously in the response of HIV and AIDS. We cannot afford to erode the gains that we have made as a country. We demand that the media, as a fourth arm of government, exhibits responsible reporting that promotes human rights, sensitivity, and meaningfully contributes to fighting HIV and AIDS. We further call upon the general public to respect our rights, privacy of our families, and freedom of expression, safety and association. We know that HIV is preventable and treatable. We are convinced now more than ever that HIV-related stigma is inexcusable and unacceptable. United we stand, the struggle continues. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Ms. Y+. In a short while, the generals on the table will each share their short, quick bullets before we can take your questions. And we would like to start with Madam Joanita. One short, quick message that you would like to send out.
My name is Joanita Kawalia.
Joanita, you may have to come. Yeah.
We'll keep shifting. But can't you use one of the microphones?
Actually, there are different stations. These are different stations.
Okay, so now we have better sound. Okay. We will try to pass it around.
Okay. Where is the better sound? Here.
My name is Joanita Kawalia, a novelist and representing a performing artist on this committee. And when you talk of artists, you talk about fame. And when you are famous, you always have a lot of challenges. So when we look at this young activist who came out to disclose, and we feel the media is really trying to point on him, as artists we feel depressed. We feel disappointed, and I think this is the time. Because I remember there was a time when media could come out a certain day and say that so and so is having HIV. I don't think that one is very appropriate. I think this is the time that we have already reached a level where I feel we, including media, because you're as famous as the artists, so that we respect each other and we respect their families as well. Our request for almost each and everyone out there, the community, the media, the artists, I think this is the time where we need to understand if someone comes out and says something about his status, you don't have to talk about it anymore. People like Philaruta came and disclosed, taking all that time when he was right there, and then he comes out and gave us hope. And in this year, people are really making people to go back where they couldn't disclose. I think that's not an appropriate kind of behavior we should do now. So I request everyone out there, we as artists, we came out to the forefront, and you as media, because you're as famous as us, this is the time when we need to support each other and give hope. Otherwise, that coming out and trying to point out to people, I don't think it's appropriate. Thank you.